What's happening, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining me for this horoscope. It is Brian once again with Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Hey, I hope you guys are having a good Thursday. I hope you guys did well coming off that Sun square Neptune yesterday at 20 degrees. It was pretty heavy. I think you really got to listen to what the intuition's saying right now, and because it's ramping up. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, and the moon here moving into Pisces, like, that's really asking us to listen to the subtle hints we're getting to make a better life for ourselves and to feel good and to make a dream world that we want. But it can also be delusion with Neptune. Like, are we gonna get stuck in that delusion and that illusion, if you will, just that we have to fall into these old beliefs? Like, these 29-degree nodes, they've been there for a long time. Like, they're really moving slow and they're kind of just stuck there, and it's edgy, and it's like so easy to fall back into these because they just kind of moved in May 5th. But look, it's not about all the beliefs that we thought we knew, that we grew up with, that your parents grew up with, that centuries have programmed everybody to believe. It's not about that anymore. We're going towards truth, and it's a truth, it's an inner truth, and it's a truth that you're being guided towards. And it's seeing everything for what it is, and not judging it, working with it, letting change happen. It's about just being yourself and doing what feels good for you. It's not about what other people want you to do anymore. It's not like those beliefs don't matter. Like, you don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. And that's just the fact. And people aren't going to want to believe that because they're so conditioned and so programmed to that they have to do this because that person wants me to, or the job, or family, or there's just so many things. There's so much conditioning, and you're trying to be guided to get out of that right now. Because why? Because we're moving into this 3/4 square with the moon, and it's going to be at 20 degrees here, with Mars at 20 degrees, Neptune at 20 degrees, and the sun will be at 22 degrees. It's a lot of 2 energy. Like, 2 rules the moon. It's change. We're going through a huge change in this reality, and if you can't see that and start to accept it in this mutable energy, which is change, well, you're going to be stuck in this weird illusion that's going to feel like hell. Or you can step out of that, take your power back, see your truth, follow your truth, listen to the spirit within you trying to guide you to a better place and take you deeper to, the truth and happiness and finding your true self. And that decision's yours. But it's this year's on the 21st, which is 10 days from now, we have our solar eclipse on the solstice, and it's a new world then. It's just all that change that was brought up from that lunar eclipse. It's a whole new world. So I'm just trying to prepare you guys. Anybody who's listening that watches this, like, it's about to get real. Mars is going to cross over Poseidon, and that's really going to activate Mars as Mars goes into Aries and spends the rest of the year there with a retrograde that we haven't seen in Aries since 1988. It's a lot. And then, we're talking retrogrades. Venus here is at 8 degrees. That's where Venus went direct in 2012. So we haven't even seen in our lifetime a Venus retrograde go back to 7 degrees, and it's going to go all the way back to 5. It's uncharted territory for our love and values and beauty, like, and then we got to figure that shit out. Like, that's what this retrograde's for. Like, are we actually living the life, and do we actually have values for important shit, or are we just holding on to weird things that don't serve us and that we were conditioned to believe we value? Well, we're gonna find out. We are. Later on today, we do get a square to the moon from Venus, so you gotta listen to that subconscious that's telling you to go towards what you truly value, and there's a block there, there's a square. So are you going to let that subconscious conditioning and programming that we've all had? I had it. We all have. Nobody just woke. Like, we had to fucking get out of the matrix ourselves, you know? It's kind of a funny thing to say, woke, but it's true. I hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, so thank you very much. I'm glad that email popped up during this video, because I was very excited for that. So thank you very much to everybody who subscribes and listens. I appreciate you guys more than you'll ever know, so thank you. Back to this square with Venus and the moon. Gotta listen to the intuition, gotta listen to the guidance and accept the change. It's another mutable square. We just have been getting so much mutable squares. It's so much change. And we're getting more when the moon does come up here and make that 2020 square. Like I said, 2020-2022 square. Like, it's a lot. It's heavy energy. And right now it's really about going inside and like listening to those subtle hints. And they want to take you to a beautiful place. And it's just going to feel different. It's going to feel like we've never been there before. It's going to feel like this beautiful place that you've never gone to. But that's okay. Don't be scared of some place you haven't gone. Take the growth that comes with it. Like, expand from that. Like, there's so much to learn from doing something new and trying something that you might be a little scared of. So that's soul growth for you right there. Yeah. And Venus is also making the Ceci square over to Pluto. And, you know, Pluto, Jupiter. And they're getting really close. They're within a degree of each other now. So, like, that conjunction's powerful right now. And Venus is hitting them with this weird semi-quadrant. Ceci square, if you want. There's 2 different names for it. It's going to feel awkward. It's going to feel like you can't, like you can't get the beautiful life you want unless you just like take this crazy risk in Capricorn and just go for it. And like, that's the thing, is you just got to go for it right now. Like, go for what Spirit's calling you to do. Go for that little thing that seems crazy, and other people that are trapped in the program, in the matrix, are gonna think you're absolutely insane. But guess what? That's the change that you need to make to get the reality and to have the values and to get the love and the beauty and the material things that you want in this life. Believe it or not, like, Venus rules all the material things: money, food, everything that feels good to us. Do you want to feel good, or do you want to get stuck in some crazy world that's not going to feel good? That's kind of where we go with that. So I will leave it today. I will say that Mercury is slowing down. Mercury is stationary retrograde, or not retrograde, but very much stationary over here at 28 minutes. Remember, Mercury, when in Gemini, was going 2 degrees per day. So it would go from 13 to 15 when it was in Gemini. It absolutely ripped through Gemini, and making a very extended stay here in Cancer, where we have to figure out our emotions and communicate them and listen to our intuition. Water signs are very intuitive. We have to follow that intuition, and we have to listen to that. And, you know, I talked about Uranus at 9 degrees. You know, we've never seen that in our lifetime. Like, Uranus is trying to take us to a higher reality in Taurus. Uranus is trying to upgrade us to a new... It's like 5D. I'm not even kidding. Like, Uranus going through Taurus right now is like an upgrade to a 5D reality, whether you believe in that or not. And trying to give Mercury, the lower octave of it, all the hints to take you there and to feel that and to let your intuition guide you to something new. But you got to be willing to change. You got to be willing to be unique. You got to be willing to be that new identity that you truly are with Chiron in Aries. Like, we're all going through a new identity right now. And we need to be that weirdo, that unique self, and put that drive out there and put that identity out there so that we can all grow as a collective. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that. See what the tarot has to say. It is the Page of Cups reversed. Well, we're scared. Like, we don't know everything yet. We're this new, we're this kid. We got all these it's funny that it's cups, right? Because it is the emotion. It's like we're too scared to let our emotions guide us and our intuition guide us on this new journey right now. We should be excited and curious about it, but most people are not excited and curious. They're a little scared, and they're a little too trapped to be curious and to feel that new intuition and that new emotion and go on that new journey inside yourself. Why do we get that card? The Ace of Cups. Well, because we're going on a new journey, and it's scary sometimes. And it's sometimes you gotta be that nurturing. You gotta be nurturing to yourself, and you gotta feel those new emotions, and you gotta be willing to bring in the new emotions and let the old emotions go. And if you just can't be scared, don't be scared to go on that new emotional trip. Don't be afraid to listen to that new intuition that's coming to you right now, because this is just a huge wake-up year, and this is like big time activation, and there's a lot more coming in the weekend. I got like the Friday horoscope tomorrow is going to be good, and so is the weekend one, because the energy is extreme. It's heavy stuff. So I do hope you enjoyed the horoscope for today. I think the message for today is to let the intuition guide you to that new beautiful place, that new truth. It might not even be new for some people. Some people have been living this for a long time. Keep going to that truth and ditch these beliefs. It's a new journey with that Ace of Cups. It's a new emotional journey. It's a new journey where you're really listening to your intuition, and don't be afraid. Be curious. Love you guys. Hope you have a wonderful day, and take care.